My name is Rahima Begum. I am 27 years old and I was born in Dhaka, Bangladesh. I grew up in a simple, warm home with my loving family. My father, Mr. Abdul Begum, was a teacher at a local school. He loved to read books and tell stories. My mother, Mrs. Fatima Begum, is a kind and gentle woman. She took care of our home and cooked delicious meals for us every day. I have one older brother, Kareem, who is very protective of me, and one younger sister, Aisha, who makes me laugh with her funny jokes. I also spent many happy days with my grandparents, who lived close by. My grandfather was a farmer and my grandmother was a talented cook. They taught me many of our family traditions and stories from the past. I remember my childhood very well. I grew up in a middle-class neighborhood in Dhaka. We did not have a lot of money, but we had a lot of love. My friends and I played in the small streets and alleys of our neighborhood. We played games like hide-and-seek and tag. We often gathered in the courtyard of our house to share stories and laughter. My favorite memory is celebrating the big, odd festival with my family. On Eid, our house was full of delicious food like biryani, samosas, and sweet treats. I loved wearing my new shalwar kameez and visiting the mosque with my family. The smell of incense and the sound of the call to prayer made my heart feel peaceful. Life in Dhaka was full of rich culture and traditions. I learned from a young age about our customs, like the importance of respect for elders and the joy of community celebrations. We celebrated many festivals with enthusiasm. I remember the colorful processions during Eid and the warm gatherings during family weddings. The traditional clothes, the music, and the dancing filled my life with happiness. I loved the stories my grandmother told me about the past, about the history of Bangladesh, and about the brave people who fought for our freedom. Even though I was young, I felt the deep connection to my country and its history. However, life was not always easy. In my childhood, I saw that not all girls had the chance to study or follow their dreams. Many people in our community believed that a girl's place was at home. I sometimes felt sad when I saw my friends being told that education was not important for them. I dreamed of a different life, a life where I could study, work, and make a change in my community. I wanted to learn more about the world outside Dhaka and to help my family live a better life. I believed that education was a key to a brighter future. I studied in a local school where many children from our neighborhood learned together. My teachers were kind, and they often told me that I could be anything I wanted if I worked hard. I remember Mr. Rahman, my English teacher, who always encouraged me to read and write. He told me, "Rahima, you have a special gift. Your words can change the world." His words stayed with me for many years. Even when I faced many difficulties, I remembered his smile and his belief in me. The world around me was full of challenges. In Bangladesh, we often hear news about political changes and economic difficulties. I remember when there were protests in the city and when the government changed. These events made my community feel uncertain and scared. Many families, including mine, worried about the future. I saw that sometimes the poor and the less powerful suffered the most. I also saw that many girls like me did not have the chance to learn or have a career. I thought deeply about these problems and promised myself that I would work hard to change my life. One day, a big event happened that changed everything for me. I was in my final year of high school when our school held a competition for a scholarship. The scholarship was for students who wanted to study in the city university. I worked very hard on my studies and on my project about Bangladeshi culture and history. I put my heart into every word I wrote. I remember sitting under the old mango tree in our school yard, writing my project by hand. I felt nervous and excited at the same time. I wanted to show everyone that a girl from a simple family could have great dreams. When the results were announced, I was shocked and overjoyed. I had won the scholarship. I could not believe that my hard work had paid off. I cried with joy as I hugged my brother Karim and my mother, who was very proud of me. My father smiled and said, "My dear Rahima, you have made us all very happy." This was the turning point in my life. I realized that I had the power to change my future through education. I felt strong and brave. This event gave me hope and energy to face all my challenges. After winning the scholarship, many things changed. I moved from my small neighborhood in Dhaka to a bigger city where the university was located. I was both excited and scared. The new city was full of tall buildings, busy streets, and many different people. At first, I felt lost in the crowd, but I remembered the words of my English teacher, Mr. Rahman, and the promise I had made to myself. I took my first steps into the university with hope and determination. Studying at the university was not easy. I faced many difficulties. Sometimes I felt lonely and worried about my studies. I missed my family very much. I did not have a lot of money, and I often struggled to buy books or pay for small things. There were days when I wanted to give up, but I met kind people who helped me along the way. My roommate Lila was a cheerful girl who came from a similar background. We shared our stories and dreams. Layla would say, "We are strong. We can do this together." Her words lifted my spirit on many hard days. I also met a professor named Mr. Karim. Not my brother Karim, but another kind man who taught history at the university. He believed in my potential and always took time to explain lessons in a simple way. He told me, "Rahima, your past is important. Your story is part of our country's history. Keep studying and you will shine." His encouragement helped me work harder and believe in myself. There were many moments of doubt. Sometimes when I sat in my small room in the university hostel, I felt afraid. I thought about the political problems in our country and the struggles that my family faced. I remembered the times when people said that girls like me should not go far in life. In those moments, I would close my eyes and think of the mango tree under which I used to write my project. I remembered the warm embrace of my mother and the strong voice of my father. I knew that I had to fight for my dreams. Slowly, I learned that every challenge made me stronger. I worked hard in my classes and took extra lessons in English and computer skills. I also helped my friends with their studies. I would often say, "We are all in this together. Education is our tool to build a better future." My determination grew with every passing day. I learned to balance my studies with part-time work to support myself. I sold handmade jewelry on weekends and taught younger children English in the evenings. Every little effort brought me closer to my dream. My journey was not only about education, it was also about understanding my own culture and history better. I learned more about our festivals, our traditional foods, and our religious practices. I discovered that our culture is rich and full of life. I started to write my own small stories about life in Bangladesh, the beauty of our traditions, and the struggles of ordinary people. Writing became a way for me to express my feelings and to inspire others. After several years of hard work, I completed my university studies. I earned a degree in social sciences, and I began to work as a teacher in a local school. I wanted to give back to my community. Every day I stand in front of a classroom full of eager children, and I see my younger self in their eyes. I tell them, education is the key to change. Never let anyone tell you that you cannot achieve your dreams. I work hard to make sure that every child, especially the girls, knows that they are strong and brave. Today, as I look back on my journey, I feel proud and grateful. I learned that even in a world full of challenges, hope and hard work can change your life. I learned that my culture and my family give me strength. I learned that love, education, and determination are the best tools to overcome any obstacle. I am not just a girl from Dhaka. I am a woman who has fought for her dreams and has come out stronger. I also understand that my story is only one among many. There are many girls and boys in Bangladesh and all over the world who face difficulties. I share my story to remind everyone that no matter how hard life may seem, there is always hope. We must work together, support each other, and never stop dreaming. Looking back, I remember the gentle voice of my grandmother and the kind smile of my father. I remember the warm light of the Eid celebrations and the simple joys of childhood. I remember the difficult days in the university and the sweet success of winning the scholarship. All these memories make me who I am today. I want to tell everyone who reads my story, believe in yourself, stand up for your dreams, and do not let fear stop you. Even if the road is long and hard, every step you take brings you closer to your goal. I hope that my journey inspires others to overcome their challenges and to see the beauty in every struggle. My journey of hope is not finished yet. I still have many dreams to follow and many people to help. I believe that with love, education, and determination, we can build a better future for ourselves and for our community. This is my story, a story of simple beginnings, great challenges, and a journey that changed my life. I am Rahima Begum, a daughter of Bangladesh, and I will always carry my culture, my family, and my dreams in my heart.